Hello, this is me, Franz the Executioner. In this video, I want to share the reasons why I am not on TikTok or other platforms as well, and the reasons why I might disagree with some things or just don't like it in general. And that's this, remember, this is my opinions and how I feel and what works for me. What works for you is very different. If any of these platforms you enjoy or work well for you and your situation, I am happy for you. Go for it. This is just my experience. So let's start with TikTok. And a lot of people like it. A lot of people are on it. I'm sure there's a lot of great things on there. And I really believe that. It is a good platform when somebody isn't into weapons, though. And this comes from a place like on YouTube. If I have like my stuff in the background, like I have my equipment for reenacting an executioner in the background, I might have my like mock dummies for my work when I perform mock executions and educational demonstrations, etc. YouTube doesn't really have much of a problem with that. And I could also make content about the history of torture and execution or about the devices and show the devices in a safe educational setting. TikTok does not have that freedom. So for me, I wouldn't really do well as a creator on TikTok because my whole apartment is literally turned into a dungeon. There's going to be something in the background. There's going to be something there. Like I have my mock severed heads, etc. So basically that's the real problem there. The lack of freedom with that kind of stuff. The other reason why I am not on there is because my persona's name, basically my name on YouTube, and my reenactment name, and basically my executioner name is Franz the Executioner. Most people know me as either Nicholas, Franz the Executioner, Mr. Executioner, or Master Torturer, or Torturer or Executioner. That's what people know me as. So if I were to introduce myself on TikTok as Franz the Executioner, that could potentially be flagged because of how strict the rules are. So it's a combination of things of why I just wouldn't do well on the platform. My lifestyle is also very different. And though I do not make adult content, it could be the attire could be perceived wrong, and I just don't want to take any chances. It's not sexual the way I dress every day. Obviously, it's not. It's not meant to be. It's in my way of self-expression every day of my life. But I don't want it to be perceived differently on a platform that is overly strict with things of that nature and in combination with the weapon stuff. And I disagree with that. I feel that on a platform, to an extent, you should be allowed to express yourself without so many limitations. You should be allowed to educate people about dark topics and show items. Like, I'm not saying show it in a very violent way, but I'm saying show items and educate people about them. That shouldn't be a problem if they're in the background and stuff. However, when I was on TikTok, I tried it for 1 week and I did not last. Basically, I posted a drawing I drew, and it was an artistic thing. It was art. I drew a picture of an executioner doing their work. It wasn't bloody, it wasn't bad or anything, but it got flagged and taken down. So that's how strict they are. And that turned me completely off of the platform in general because I'm like, if I can't even post as much as a picture of an executioner, they're not going to want this. Clearly. So I'm not going to take any chances with that. And that's where that stems from. But if TikTok works for you and the type of content and the type of lifestyle you have, then that's wonderful. I am happy for you. Go for it. Do what you enjoy. Do what works for you. It just doesn't work for me, my unique lifestyle, and things of that nature. The other platform I wanted to talk about is Facebook. I am no longer on Facebook. I used to be years ago. Um, and if you like Facebook, I'm happy for you. I really, really am. For me, it brings up a lot of trauma. I had a lot of bad experiences on Facebook, and I have complex PTSD. However, I do handle it well. I live a normal life, though I do have trauma, though I do still have flashbacks from being very hurt and mistreated on Facebook. And it was a combination of things that turned me away from it completely and never want to go back. One thing was I used to be on a Ren Fair buy sell group on Facebook. At first, the group was wonderful. I enjoyed it. So basically, on that group, sum it up, people can sell things or trade things or and chat. Basically, that's what it is in a nutshell. And what ended up happening is somebody, you know how sometimes people take snapshots of an item from a website and don't actually show the picture of the item that they're selling. So, and this happened years ago. So it's a dead deal. It's done. I can't fix anything. I'm not about to try. But basically, someone took a snapshot of a corset they were selling, and they just took a snapshot off of a website. They didn't show that they actually had the item. So I just said, well, don't you take a picture of the item and show people that you actually have it so people know that this isn't a scam. Again, I wasn't saying that this person necessarily was scamming people. I didn't know, and I made that clear. Like, I wasn't accusing her of anything. And unfortunately, this individual took it as like I was being perverse and asking for pictures of them, which I absolutely wasn't. After this person falsely accused me of that, I made it clear that I'm saying take a picture of the item. I'm not saying for you to wear it. I don't want pictures of anyone. I'm saying lay the item down, either on the ground, on a cloth, on a table, and take a picture of the item you are selling. I made it clear that I didn't want pictures of anyone, and I'm not that type of person. I would never do something that inappropriate. Ever. I am not that type. I am not a pervert. I am actually a victim who has been SA several times. So I'm probably the last person to ever do that. Regardless, this person kept accusing me unjustly of that and kept just like arguing with me. And I didn't really want an argument, and I was very upset, rightfully so. And then I kind of let it go, ignored it, and then a week later, this person knew the moderators and they were friends with them or whatever, and they all ganged up on me and banned me. That caused a lot of trauma because I didn't do what they accused me of doing, and that was very, very unfair, and it hurts still to this day. Even though I live a normal life now and I don't let it ruin my life, it still really hurts me. Like, I wish I could have those friends back. I wish I was accepted. I wish people were reasonable, but they're just not. There was a lot of toxicity. I don't get involved in toxicity. I don't want any involvement in it, but they brought me into it, and they mistreated me for no good reason, just because I was looking out for people. My intentions were genuine. They weren't bad. You know, they were not bad intentions, but I was treated terribly for no reason. And that really wasn't fair. That really wasn't right. So that's one thing that turned me away from Facebook. The other situation was, and again, this is a person off of that chat. I'm not going to name names because I don't want trouble and I don't want to make anyone uncomfortable. Even if I don't like someone or what someone did, I still respect them. So, however, there was another individual who I became friends with, and at first it was a great friendship. Like, I really valued it. And unfortunately, sometimes people have this thing where they give people 3 chances and then they ghost them otherwise and don't even give them an explanation. You see, I have autism. I'm going to have my bad days. I'm going to struggle sometimes reading social cues. That's inevitable. Unfortunately, I had a bad day, and this was during the time where I was scapegoated and bullied by a group of people in my area. That's a whole different story, but that's what was happening, and I was just, I was very in a bad place at that day, that time. I was very disheartened. I was very hurt, and I was really, really upset. And yeah, maybe I didn't handle things in the right way. But this person just ended up just leaving me, just ghosting me. And that left so much damage. That person put wounds in my heart, and all these people put wounds in my heart that are still healing to this day and are still somewhat open. I don't think people realize that their actions affect people, and it's not okay. But that's why I'm not on Facebook. I have so much trauma that I want nothing to do with it. I don't want to be treated like that. I don't deserve that. So I don't want to be treated that way, so I don't go on Facebook. Again, if Facebook works for you, that is wonderful, but that's why I'm not on it. And I've never tried Twitter, never tried any of that, but it's the same thing. I hear things and I want nothing to do with it. I just stay away from that stuff. So those are the reasons why I am not on other platforms, why I am not on other social media, and the reasons why those other platforms just don't work for me. At least on YouTube, I can make content. I could be free to express myself without restrictions that are ruining the fun, ruining the whole point. Like, at least I could still do things and share it with you all. And at least on YouTube, there's less toxicity than other sites. There is still toxicity, and I ignore it. I don't let it in. If anyone brings toxicity or cruelty or trolling, I immediately hide them from my channel. I don't listen to them. I don't care. But at least I could do that instead of being on an actual social media site that people are just I'm gonna join a group and then I'm gonna get hurt in the end. You know, I don't want that kind of crap, you know? So that's where it stems from. Overall, the point of this video, do what works for you. And sometimes things don't work out for you, but there always is other options. Like for me, there is YouTube. There is another option, there's YouTube. I don't have to be on those sites if they don't work for me. And whatever doesn't work for you, you don't have to do that thing. So I hope you enjoyed this video. This is just a little more about me and why I'm only on YouTube. So I just thought I'd share that. So if you don't know me yet, I am Franz the Executioner. Pleasure to meet you. And I hope you enjoyed the video. I make all different types of videos. This is an inclusive channel for everybody. So there's one video you don't like, there's always something else you would like on my channel. And if you're coming back to watch my videos, thank you very much. I appreciate it. So if you're not subscribed yet, please leave me a subscribe and leave a comment. I engage with my audience, and I hope you all have a wonderful day. Peace. And stay safe online and protect your peace, because you deserve to be happy. Everyone does.